Hello and welcome to my live stream. I have one person in here. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Oh, there's two now. This is awesome. If you guys can't hear me, can you please let me know? I have a new setup that I'm working with, and it involves one of those. I'm doing it from my computer instead of a cell phone. So I had to download this software. But I did fix some things like 2 weeks ago, my live stream. The audio was pretty quiet. So if I am not loud enough, please let me know and I will turn that up. There is about a 15-second delay using this, so that's pretty annoying. I will mention that probably throughout the stream when other people join. So reading comments and responding, there's going to be a slight delay. Let me just open it up here on my computer. And let's see if there is anybody in the chat. Just open it up here on my computer. Let me mute that. Okay. What is happening? Oh no, I didn't turn that off. What is happening? Okay, so let me see if I can get rid of the BOXABL on there. I don't know why it's showing that. Nope. Okay. Hopefully it will start with my screen here soon. 9 watching. Thank you for the like. Hello, James. Let's see. What is it? James. Is it Ellison? Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. My Empty Nest Quest. Hello. Thank you for joining. I am hoping that the BOXABL will leave soon. I don't know what is going on. I might get rid of that if it's going to stay there. Let me just get rid of that. I don't know why it's showing that. Okay, so how is everybody doing tonight? Is everybody doing good? Where is everybody located? What states are you all in? That one dude, what up? That one dude, 702. Is that your area code? I'm in Utah, if you didn't know. Jersey. Hey, Veronica, you're able to join. Nevada. Are you originally from Jersey, Veronica? North Carolina. Are you the one who was here 2 weeks ago, who was from North Carolina? And Indiana, My Empty Nest Quest. She has a YouTube channel as well. You should go check it out. Florida. S. Davis is from Florida and also in the military. Which branch is it? Army? Maybe? Jens is Texas. Maybe. Oh, I like that. That's really clever. Maybe is from Texas. So, you know what? I am just going to close my BOXABL window. There we are. I don't know why it was possessed. I'm using OBS Studio. Are there any gamers in the house? Right, you remember. Yes, of course. Your name even reminds me of the military, like S. Davis. Sounds military. Yeah, so OBS Studio, I am struggling with that, clearly. But I had that up because I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And so glad people are here. That always helps. So I get a lot of questions on my car dwelling videos. Even still, people, they're super old at this point, but even with the date that they were posted, people still don't even notice that they were posted. I started a year ago posting them. So let me make sure. There's a massive delay on my computer. So let me open up the chat again. So I get a lot of questions on heating source while living in the car, but Tony, who is, I think a fairly new subscriber. Nice mic. Yes, thank you. I've had this mic because I actually want to do this way to make money on a digital freelance website. And so I initially was going to do voiceovers. So I have like what is it called? That system where you can plug all these mics in. I always forget. Is it a Rode? No, it's not a Rode. A Zoom. That's what it is. And for now, I'm not going to do the voiceovers, but I don't know why I didn't hook it up 2 weeks ago. It would have involved this OBS studio, which is kind of difficult. So back to the system of like heating sources while living in a vehicle. If you guys watched all my videos, it was a struggle to find a good heating source. And I went with the Little Buddy Mr. Heater. I tried to use my stove with the butane, and somebody kindly pointed out that you cannot use butane below freezing. I'm sure it probably said that on the can, but I didn't read the can. Propane, that's why I got my new Gas One mini stove, because it has a dual fuel ability with butane and then propane. And I think that's all that I tried. Oh, I also tried the little space heater. That didn't work out well. But somebody suggested a chicken coop, like a wall heater. They look like a TV, a flat TV. I looked at them. They don't require any clearance. I saw some that were like in the hay, in the bedding where the chickens were, and the chickens are like right up against it. Somebody suggested using one of those. So if I go camping or extended traveling in my car, I might give one of those a try. If anybody has ever used one of those chicken heaters, I don't know if that person subscribed to me who made the comment. Hey, Madison Gosnell, thank you so much for coming. Let's hear a voiceover. Yeah, I'm thinking of starting, speaking of voiceovers, there's kind of a connection, but I'm not going to give it away. I kind of want to start a TikTok. I have some ideas for it that would kind of be funny. Are any of you on TikTok? Is that bi? I don't know, Madison. But anyway, yeah, so I want to do some funny skit type things and then some other stuff. So if any of you have one of these chicken coop or chicken heaters, I would love to know, anybody who watches the replay, I would love to know. A cat just walked in. Which, by the way, yes, saran wrap couch is still here and wrapped in saran wrap. I do have the door open because there is a cat, a neighbor cat. My mom says it lives just next door. And I saw it for the first time maybe 3 weeks ago. It's not well taken care of. It's really matted. I have cut a lot of the mats out, but if you hear a cat meow, if you hear the ducks again, that's what's going on. The door is open. And she is really, really sweet and friendly. So where was I? It is so easy to just digress. Lots of YouTube videos show how to use OBS. I know, and I did watch those. I was struggling because the new version, it wasn't working with my webcam because I'm actually using a cell phone as my webcam. Because my webcam on the Dell laptop, I have the Dell XPS 15, it's down low and it's terrible. The newer models, they're up high. So I don't think you guys really want to look up my nose. So I'm using a cell phone, which I discovered how to do during the COVID, the initial lockdown, because of my camera. And that is an option. It's great. I noticed the plastic couch right away. I bet you did. I bet you did. TikTok. Yes. Oh, what is TikTok? David Cameron. TikTok used to be Musical.ly. And I know that because my niece Hallie loved Musical.ly. My niece Hallie is a dancer, super talented. I have some videos on her stuff. Can you follow me on TikTok? I can look you up. I do have an account right now. When I decide to activate it, because we know how I am at posting YouTube videos, I need to get in a groove. I will post my links because I also want to get back on Instagram. I got off of Instagram because I was getting way too many guys treating it like Tinder, and it was really annoying. And then there were some people who felt like I was a counselor, and like it was very, very draining, and I just deactivated it. But I do want to get back on there. So when I do get back on there, you'll see some links on my main channel homepage or about page, and they're up in the channel art, so just look out for those. What is your account? Yeah, I'm not starting it yet because, you guys don't need one more thing to follow where I don't post. So we're going to work into that. But TikTok, David, it was purchased. TikTok bought Musical.ly, and there was a whole thing with it. Trump actually was going to get rid of it because it's based out of China and something with the servers, like they're spying on us, yada, yada, yada. So it's still around, and I decided to check it out because my brother is on there. What is his name? Adam Venture. You can totally go follow him. He posts the same one. We have 4 kids in my family and 1 boy. And he was spoiled, okay? It was a something else to be raised with him, okay? Babbitt, I know what you said. Okay, let me just mute that. Sorry. Okay, yeah, I am, let me go look to see who I am following. No, who my followers are. Okay, so to find my brother, what should I do? See, I am very not well versed. 60 Minutes had a great segment on it. Oh, that's really good information, Veronica. Thank you. Let me just type my brother's TikTok in here. I'm sure you can find me through him. He's got a lot of followers. So anyway, I'll type it into the chat if anybody wants to follow my brother, because he posts some really beautiful videos, and he posts his pets on there too. So if that's not how you find him, his name is like Adam's Zoo, if that helps. I'm not yet, Madison, not yet. Yeah, so TikTok, I got on there because my brother was posting videos. He said, hey, go check out my stuff. I said, okay, fine. And because social media can just consume your life. Well, TikTok is actually pretty awesome. There's some hilarious videos on there, really useful videos. I prefer it so much more over Instagram. Hey, Doc, how's it going? Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. So, okay, where was I? As long as if the conversation goes long, then I can go longer than an hour, but I thought maybe sticking to maybe around an hour, or maybe it will be shorter, then I will cut it short. So yeah, I just wanted to thank Tony, because Tony is very, very helpful. Just like John Benton with his information, Tony is super helpful and giving thorough information about the Toyota Highlander hybrid. Yeah, I always say it wrong. Okay. I think that's, so just a little health update. Am I doing anything this weekend? I could go out of town, but there's some videos I should work on and post. I want to do a top 10 car dwelling camping video of items that I like, and it could possibly be a series, because I can think of a lot of items that I absolutely love that I think are really useful for people who are not only living in their vehicle, but even just camping. They're really great to have. And then I want to do my car emergency kit, get that done, because I am interested actually to hear what people think about the items that I have, and take any input or suggestions that people might have. about what I have. And then, oh, I did want to take my nephew camping, my little nephew Jackson, 10 years old, camping and go fishing. Maybe, hopefully next week. His mom doesn't know, but I need to ask her. I'm not feeling confident about being able to do that, so we will see. Madison, I do not have any kids. I am the favorite aunt. Yep. And I do not have any significant others. Veronica says, so Genesis, wait. I don't know. What is that word? I can't read that word. To meet the famous geologist. So Veronica, which geologist are you talking about? Because there is a geologist in the house currently. And I don't know if you know that, if that's who you're talking about. Anyway, okay, so just a health update is, it took so long for my unit to get my line of duties done, which means I go up to Hill Air Force Base. Because it was discovered while I was on orders, they have to provide continued care for that. And of course, when it's nobody else's problem, they don't, and they're in no rush to sign off on things. And it took a long time to get my line of duty squared away. It really should have been done before I even got back to Utah. But I don't have any appointments with specialists until December. Like almost the later part of December. So that's irritating. However, I have other doctor's appointments I need to get taken care of. And then there's a drill weekend in there, but I should be going and doing some camping maybe around the first part of December. I'm excited about that, just in Utah. Nice. Oh, thank you, doctor. That is very helpful. Oh, it's a rock type. Thank you. I don't feel so bad for not knowing how to pronounce that. Veronica said, your last live you talked about X-Tex. I'm just going to say X-Tex. And the name caught my attention when he went live. Okay, Veronica. Look at you remembering everything. Pronounce nice? Where does that word even come from? Like what? I mean, all words stem from Latin, right? Something like that. I'm not a linguist, okay? Yeah, and also, Doc, ex-Texaco, because you used to work there, but you no longer do. So it's interesting that you have that as your channel name, because really they're all channels. And I wonder if you just wanted to make a statement. Curious. Yes, Madison, I am posting videos on YouTube. You should go check out my channel. I just posted a Dilly Burger video that is actually going to have a 2.0 follow-up video. Because I told my mom that it would be good to crisp up the spam. Much, much better. And then anybody who commented about it that they wanted to try it or would maybe think about it or whatever, pretty much everybody I think agreed with me that the olives are awful and that they would do dill pickles or dill relish. Daily burger, so dilly. And that's another thing that I didn't get in the video. And I don't even know the answer. Why in the world are they called dilly burger? Because if it's for the pickles, then they need to be dill pickles. Okay, Mom? My mom is not watching this right now because she is driving to another state at the moment. But I will say, last live stream I mentioned that I blocked my mom from commenting. Yes, she had been commenting in this chat all along and she did nothing posted. So when you block somebody from commenting on your channel, obviously, Rachel, it blocks them from commenting in a live chat. So she was like responding to everybody and nobody was talking back to her. And she's like, what is going on? Nobody's seeing me. Yeah, well, that's why, Mom. But anyway, dilly burgers should be dill pickles. Why in the world are they called dilly burgers? I think it was Lois O'Leary, who said that she had tried, or she grew up eating those or something. So maybe it was, and I don't know Lois's age, but I know she has granddaughters. My mom has granddaughters, so maybe it's something like that time frame. X-Text from Wikipedia. Nice has been used in English since at least 1757. It is from the German and word nice, derived from the Middle High German noun neist, spark, so called because the rock glitters. Hey, Jim West, thank you for coming. It's good to see you. Jim, all this time, I was thinking that you were like this wise old man just by your comments. You know, you have no idea sometimes like people's gender or age or anything. And you just came across as a wise man. And to find out you're in your 30s, I was very, very surprised. Where do you live? Oh, Jim is in the UK. 1:21 a.m. Why are you up, Jim? So much for my early night. So you haven't even gone to bed. Oh, that's rough, not being able to sleep. Yeah, I hate that. Let's see. Was there anything else about, how's the volume? Is the audio good for everybody? Is it good? Are we doing good? I hope so. Does my computer annoy you? We don't know. Where do you live? Madison, I am in Utah. Madison, how old are you? I'm curious. And are you on my channel for my nephew? I'm curious. Yes. Not yet. I'm often up late on here. YouTube. YouTube is addicting. Jim, have you checked out TikTok? What about TikTok? Because I have had some late nights on TikTok. It's very time consuming and it's just all consuming. So I think I will jump into, and if you guys have questions, I mean, because this is what it's about. I just come up with topics that I want to talk about to help the conversation and keep it going. But if you have questions, please ask me, because this is my chance to be able to quickly, with a 15-second delay, interact with you guys. So don't forget that. And I plan on doing these every 2 weeks, you know, if they go even better, then maybe once a week, but I think every 2 weeks is reasonable. But if they flop, I will cut them out. We'll just see how it goes. Okay. So, does anybody know about BOXABL? Has anybody seen any videos on it? I wanted to post my scheduled upcoming live stream way earlier, but I couldn't figure out the studio, and so I wanted you guys to have a chance to like go check it out. But I'm going to give you some of those details right now. I love this product so much that I want to buy one. I am going to buy one when they are available. And let me just minimize this really quick to put it on some land so I can see the chat going on, because I cannot see the chat. Okay, here we go. All right, let me just, not having my 49-inch monitor is kind of a struggle, and I have like a ghetto setup. This is hooked to one of those rolling trolley carts, but hey, it works. It works for now. Where's my mouse? Am I frozen? I think, is this really buffering bad? Oh, that's annoying. I adjusted the settings in it, but of course, before I posted, it said the stream was good. And then right before it was time to go live, it said the stream was poor. So I went in and tried to lower some settings, because my Wi-Fi is really good. The upload is like 41 megabytes per second, right? So it should be able to keep up. It doesn't look like it's keeping up. I don't know. Okay. Broadcasting live from Virginia. Virginia. How far away is that from Nova, Northern Virginia, in Arlington? That's where I lived for a total of 5 years, really. I really liked Virginia. Okay, let me catch up here. Madison says, hey, Rachel, where do you live? If you live in Maryland, give me a smiley face in the chat. No, I live in Utah, Madison. Jim, he ended up watching Las Vegas live streams and weird Wyoming streams. Like, are you also somebody who goes and search streams? We had some people a couple weeks ago who did that. Yeah, John. Okay, yes. Virginia, and then 825. Jim, I've convinced myself to try car camping for a night near Christmas, near my mom's house. I'm sorry, Mum's house. Is that how you say it? So if I wimp out, I can go inside. Oh my gosh, Jim. Jim, that's funny. Oh no, am I buffering again? Yes, I am. Jim's friend lives in Vegas or Virginia and went to school in the UK. Military parents. Blue Ridge Mountains look nice. Okay. How cold is it going to be in the mountains there? Yikes. Okay. Where was I? Let me get back on track. All right. So BOXABLs. They are roughly 20 by 20 square, really 19 and a half square. And they're 375 square feet with 9-foot 6-inch ceilings. And so the great thing about them, if you notice my post on my community tab and then my thumbnail, it's all folded up. So the great thing is this is modular. It's all built, it's one piece, and then when you're ready to deploy it, it just unfolds, basically. And a couple people can do it in anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to unfold it, which is really awesome. The magic, hello, the magic. Rachel, Madison is 10. My nephew, Jackson, is 10. But of course, he is not watching Annie Rachel. No, I don't live by myself. Jim, expat family in Atlanta that I'm hoping to visit next year if my health and COVID allow. Yeah. So frustrating. So when these BOXABL units are folded up, they have like 5 feet of empty space in them, so they can transport with some items inside of them. And what's nice about them folding up is that you don't have, like with your typical modular or even manufactured homes, they are way wider than the lane. They require the follow me cars. And I mean, sometimes you have to pull clear over on the shoulder to even let those cars go by. So I guess 8.5 feet is the magic number for transporting cargo, like even on a trailer and then a ship, I think, because they're basically the size, almost the size of like a cargo container, a shipping container. And you can, when you have it on site, if you want to move it, you can fold them back up and move it someplace else. It's really quite convenient. Another nice thing about them is that they are made with non-combustible material. They're fire resistant. So you could almost say these things are nearly everything proof, but nothing is really proof, right? So they stick to just being resistant. But there is a video on their YouTube channel of them firing a blowtorch at the wall. Wind resistant, they can withstand the Florida winds, which I guess is the standard for hurricane force winds. And they just built them with, stability and structurally sound materials in mind. And they can be used in so many places around the world. And so they're just getting set up in Las Vegas, and they moved into a bigger factory, and eventually they're going to offer a showroom, and I am totally going to go check out their showroom because I'm pretty set on buying one of these. They don't have any seismic tests for earthquakes, but one of the founders mentioned that if you think about it, the way that the panels are made, okay, so the walls, they're laminated in one single piece. They're made out of steel, EPS foam, polyurethane glue, and magnesium concrete panels. Board, yeah. Magnesium concrete board. So there's no off-gassing, which I guess was a big thing with the FEMA trailers and terrible for people's health. And then in the magnesium concrete board, there are channels cut out where they lay the electrical wiring. So if you need to rewire something or you want to customize it, I don't know how that would work. That might be a negative. The walls have an R value of 24 and they are mold and water resistant as well. Let me click over to the chat. Whoops. Catch up on the, prefabricated. Jim, we have something similar to BOXABLs. In fact, our government is looking into building masses of them to catch up housing needs. Yeah. And in California, one of the founders of BOXABL said that, I guess it's in the entire state, backyard small dwellings are approved and authorized. So if you live in California, these are legal for you to put in your backyard, which would be awesome. John, can you tow it with your SUV or do you need a larger vehicle? Actually, so they weigh 12,000 pounds with the kitchen and bathroom. But when I reached out to them for a referral code because I liked the product so much, I reached out to them and I got some FAQs back, and in the weight, it said 10,000 pounds. So I don't know if they've adjusted it from like when they've always been saying 12,000, but it can be pulled with a beefy truck. And I'll show a picture of what that looks like. I also provided the description or a link to the website in my description. Let's see. See you later, Madison. Chug-a-lug Doug. So amazing, guys. How can I donate? Donate to what? Steve, what kind of foundation does it need? It's basically just like your typical house foundation. There are a wealth of videos that they have on their channel. They started these, from what I can tell, in 2017, and they were highlighted on some real estate YouTube channel, and from there, the interest just blew up. I think I might have first seen it on that real estate channel, but they weren't anticipating. They were kind of anticipating starting out slow, but they've had to like step up their game and get a bigger factory and start producing. So they're hoping to start actually selling and distributing these BOXABLs by 2021. We'll see how that goes. My Empty Nest Quest says, is a crane requirement to unfold? Watched a video and it seemed one is needed. Yes. So that's a great question because they talked about lowering the weight so that you could use a simple forklift. However, you do have to, in one of the videos where it shows, there's a video out there that shows somebody setting it up, and it does show that there's a crane lifting the wall up. If it's like fully loaded, then a massive crane has to be used to set it. So they want people to kind of be able to and reduce the weight so that people can just grab it and store it, or they can easily move it themselves. So it can go either way with that one. Jim West says, a lot of people now buying caravans on parks, but have to move off site for parts of the year. I looked at it, but I'm going to try to buy next year. So Jim, you're going to buy a caravan. Our caravans in the UK, are they like the size of these Sprinter ProMaster transit vans, or like a minivan in the US? Jim West, by donate, they maybe mean by super chat. Oh yeah. Super chat. So I don't know. I think when you do a chat, there might be a dollar sign. If that's what you mean by donate, I think there's a dollar sign. If you click on it, then that will work that way. Okay. The walls, when they fold in together or collapse, those are made of a PVC extrusion as hinges, and it makes it watertight. And if it's PVC, then it should be pretty light. Jim West says, I doubt I'll buy a caravan, hoping to buy a house. Yeah, but you considered it. Yeah, I considered buying a minivan. And I recently saw, after my last live stream, that the Toyota Sienna, I think it's 2021, it has a hybrid option and also all-wheel drive. However, so I was like, oh my goodness, maybe I'll do that because that would be way more room. However, the second row seats do not remove. What is up with that? That is so dumb. And then the ground clearance on a caravan or on a minivan is terrible, right? You'd have to get a lift or something. Would that look stupid if a lifted minivan? But I'm not getting it because you can't remove, I'm not even considering it because you cannot remove the middle seats. John Benton, solar powered. How does the bathroom work? Okay, so John, when somebody buys it, they are responsible for figuring out the foundation and hooking up electrical, whether that be to a city or solar is up to you. It is ready for solar. It can handle solar. You can put the panels on yourself. So you would have to do all that stuff yourself. And they're looking at training contractors in every state so that contractors know how to set it up if somebody wants to pay for that setup. Steve, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so that's right, Steve. They would offer a setup service. So John, the solar power, along with their current model, which is called the Casita, that's the only one they're going to offer for probably at least a year, if not a little bit longer. And then eventually they want to offer other setups. So they will have anything from already set up solar units to units that can be transported for hospitals, for FEMA, military applications. It could also, which would actually be awesome. There's a cool video on TikTok that shows I think they're Humvees being pushed out of a C-17. So you push this cargo out of a C-17 or a C-130 or even a C-5, which is it's our biggest aircraft in the military. Massive, that they always break down. So the cargo gets pushed out and they're attached to a parachute and they just float, hopefully, nicely to the ground. So that's pretty awesome. Wow, Jim West, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's, is that pounds? Thank you very, very much. Okay, and then John had a second question. How does the bathroom work? There is a bathroom. It's actually a nice bathroom, except that is one of my complaints. The mirror, and my mom has a similar mirror. I might do a TikTok on that one because it's kind of funny. My mom forgot she has tall children, girls who are like, 6 feet. My other sister's pretty tall. My sister Emily is really the only short one, but she's even taller than the average height of a female. But anyway, my mom put a mirror in her basement bathroom, and I can only see from here down. So that's similar to what is in the BOXABL unit. At least it looks like it. There's many videos of people walking into the bathroom. I wish I knew how tall the founder was. His name is like Giuliano, I think, his first name. And Jim, that helps so much. $26. I mean, the $4.99, that helps. That's like practically almost more than what I would make in a month with YouTube AdSense. It's not anything to get rich off of. That's not true. Lately, for the past couple of months, I've at least gotten a paycheck every month. And to get a paycheck, you have to make at least $100. Otherwise, it just rolls over to the next month and gets added on to whatever you make for that ad set. So lately, I have been at least getting a paycheck every month. Let's hope that continues and maybe increases. But I think, yeah, it will increase with those super chats. So thank you very much. Okay, so John, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. But the bathroom, it has the toilet. It's a, what is it? 4-piece bathroom is what they call it. It's got a sink, it's got a tub and a shower and the toilet. And eventually they will offer handicap accessible. So they'll have a roll-in shower, and then they'll lower the counter for handicap accessibility. And their mirror is low. And then there's a window on the top of the mirror. So you can't even raise the mirror, which is terrible. I wish they would put the window-like portrait on the side of the wall. I think it's above the outlet. I hate that. I hate that. They need to fix that mirror. So in a few years, they hope to have online configurations where you can design your own BOXABL however you want it, which would be great. So yeah, people are responsible for connecting their own water, power, sewer, and anything off-grid that they might want. They come with a tankless water heater. Everything is on the outside of the unit. It has a tankless water heater and then the electrical. And they're very, very, on the outside, they're pretty simple. So if people want to add siding of any kind, then that's up to you. And that's something that you can do to kind of make it more customized to what you want. Yep, Jim, it is not the golden grail. It is not at all. I mean, if people really grind, then they can do well. But I just wasn't able to because I had another job to focus on. Okay. It comes with, so what's cool about these units is that they provide, did I say? I don't know if I did, but they provide everything but the bed and the couch. They come with a washer dryer. However, the washer dryer is a combo unit, which are terrible. Okay. So in one of my properties, I have a combo unit, and I think it's actually a good brand, but the brand that was in the unit when I bought it, it was an ASCO, A-S-K-O brand. And probably every couple years I would have to fix it. So it was around, and I had the warranty, and then I did an extended warranty because it kept always breaking down. It's a small drum, so you can actually kind of wash a lot of clothes, but once the wash cycle is done, then it rolls over to the dry cycle. And you do not want a lot of clothes in a combo washer dryer because it takes forever to dry. And I will say they're better than a laundromat. I mean, they are a step up from having to go to a laundromat. So that's nice. There's the convenience factor there, but they're just not efficient. So I think it was in 2015 that ASCO washer dryer finally broke. And I replaced it. I wanted to do like a whole reconstruction thing because Whirlpool makes a dryer that I think is ventless, if I remember correctly. And I wanted to get that. Hey, sick boy. Hello. Okay, are we back? I hit the wrong option and it cut off. So hopefully we are back. Let me go and reduce the output bitrate even more. And hopefully that will help the buffering if I am back. So are we back? We're back. Okay, sorry about this. Let me know how if the buffering improves from here on out. And I'll just stick with that bitrate. And then I'll just look at what settings I need to do to fix everything if I use this setup again. The main reason I'm using it is so that I can actually show you guys some of the pictures of the BOXABL once I get through blabbing all about it. Okay, let me see. Yeah, okay. Veronica, it was lagging on my end too. My phone is about to die. Glad to catch your live, Rachel. Interesting topic. I will try to watch it again later. Thank you so much for coming, Veronica. I really appreciate it. Okay, Doc, I'm glad it's better. Okay, good. So we just have to have a slower bit rate, but hey, slower is better than buffering, right? Okay, let me go on and just talk about what else is going on. Oh, it comes with a closet. It's like a double-sided closet. It's maybe 4 feet, 5 feet tall. It's got a fireplace on the side of the couch, and then the bedroom side, it's got some hanging closet area, some drawers, and then there's a TV on top that you can swivel around. So if you're in the living room area on the couch, you can watch TV and then move it, flip it around so that you can watch it in bed. The bed looks like it fits a queen size, but honestly, there's kind of some room. It could I don't know how close it would be to the fridge, but that area would be good for storage. You could maybe put a king size bed in it. I don't know. So John, based on what I've heard so far, it sounds like a great buy. I'm all for anything that keeps stress to a minimum. I know. Is anybody familiar with tiny houses? Before I give the price, I'm going to get to the price, unless you guys already know. Don't say it in the comments. Tiny houses are expensive. Ridiculous. And even these outfitted vans that some of these people do are expensive. Triple digit. Well, I'm sorry, 6 digit. I'm thinking of, 100,000. So yeah, so that closet is nice, but I would probably not take that closet, and I would put in a floor to ceiling IKEA closet. Because I don't really need the fireplace, and I haven't had a TV since I started my channel. I just don't do TV at all. But I would do a floor to ceiling IKEA closet, and then the electric inside of it, because it's so tightly sealed, they ran an energy efficient test or whatever those are, and it was estimated to be $28 per month for utilities. But if you're going to do solar, even cheaper. So they are expecting to start production in 2021. And then with all the interest they've got and making a lot of units, I think they said that they expect to make 3,000 plus per year. But they would like to open up factories around the country as well as around the world, because this is a product that can go so many places. And they actually submitted a video for AFWorks, which is the Air Force Innovation section. And I will tell you now that the job I came from was the Air National Guard Innovation section, which we refer to as ARCWorks. ARC stands for Air Reserve Component. AFWorks, AF, stands for Air Force, not the other one. So yeah, they submitted a video because every quarter the military, and it's all branches now because the military operates so slow and it's very difficult to do business with the military. I know that because I've been in contracting, contract specialist, and then innovation. And doing business with the military is a nightmare, but the military is the largest procurer of goods and services in the world. The DOD, actually, I think it is, the DOD, and then something like that. So yeah, these would be a great application for the military, honestly. But they want to bring the price down with the assembly line feature that Henry Ford came up with. It makes so much sense to do that. And then what's also great about modular homes tend to keep their value just as well as sticks and bricks. Manufactured homes do not. And so this BOXABL is considered a modular home, and then they're looking to get approved state by state for inspections, house inspections in-house, and to just have that done there in the factory. Okay, let me read these. Jim, no idea for a new one. We can buy older prefabs here, although they usually can't get a mortgage. Yeah, so good point. Boxables, they typically will qualify for a standard mortgage, just like your traditional. I don't know if they have HUD approval, but yeah. S. Davis, they're really expensive. I was looking at getting one until I saw the price. I'll wait and save for a house. So S. Davis, are you referring to just the typical tiny houses, or are you referring to the boxable? Jim West, in Australia, it's common to move houses about. Just lift them and take them where you want. Yeah. S. Davis, it needs to be better deal than a house or spending on a house. Right. Just another guy. Interesting. I am fine. Okay. So, like I said, they'll initially only have the casita model available, and then they'll incorporate other configurations. So the price of these are $49,500 with everything except the bed and the couch. To me, I couldn't even try to build something for that price to this standard of efficiency. And tiny homes and those trailers that companies build are just, in my mind, they're just too expensive. It's like one of the reasons you get into a tiny home is to reduce your cost. S. Davis, 49. So Jim says 49K isn't bad. I don't think so either at all. And with my referral code, you get $100 off if you buy it. I know, S. Davis, that's a good question. Can a VA loan be used on boxables? So if you look for Boxable, I have the link to their website in my description. There's no E on the end. No E. It's just BOXABL. Well, they said they typically are approved for mortgages, but this is such a new product. I'm sure the VA hasn't looked into them, and the VA has similar requirements as FHA. So maybe it'll be an option. But $49.5, the monthly payments break down to $250 per month. That's cheaper than a car payment. Like, well, your brand new cars, I guess. $250. Now that's like a 30-year mortgage or a 30-year loan, but heck, just pay more towards the principal every month. That's what I do on my properties. So, just another guy. That's great. Loved your laugh, ma'am. Thank you very much. Just another guy. John, how often do you plan to move it? So my overall plan is to, like I mentioned before, I want to find land, but I kind of want to find, it's got to be the right kind of land, because I want to get rid of my rental properties. I'm just sick of that. And I've got a good amount of money tied up into those. And if I can find land, I don't want somewhere like northern Utah with all the snow necessarily, but I also don't want Tucson heat. And I definitely don't want humidity. So anything east, even though I really do like to live in the east, I absolutely not. So I would like to live close to my nieces and nephews because, between them and the outdoors, that's the love of my life. But they're young. I don't know where they're going to end up in their life, with a spouse or job. They could end up anywhere. So I want to hover around the West, the Utah, central or to southern Utah, or even Colorado, not California, Colorado, and also Arizona, like central Arizona north, not Tucson. No, absolutely not. And then maybe New Mexico, even though that's high country. Like I could go as far south as I want, as long as it's a high elevation, because I am not trying to be in the heat. And I was talking with my niece Hallie yesterday about, she was saying, like, I don't want to live anywhere where there's snow, because I was asking her where she thinks she'll live. She's 15. She's got time. But yeah, she doesn't want to live anywhere where there's snow. And I said, well, you definitely don't want to live where there's Tucson heat, because that season lasts a lot longer than snow. because you got some fall and spring in Utah, northern Utah, and it's much more bearable a winter is than that summer. That's a joke. It's like 100. I have pictures. I went to the gas station one time. It was so crazy, but it's what it reminded me of. I felt like I was standing under one of those heat lamps. And then I looked at the temperature, 117. 117. Okay. Let me catch up. So John, I am going to get the land, and then I am going to put a BOXABL on it and live in the casita and, have a garage. Because my mom was like, well, what would you do for storage? Well, you can just, get a garage unit and then have that for storage and my outdoor gear. Then once they start offering, because eventually you can connect the BOXABLs together and they'll have different floor plans. You can also stack them on top of each other because they're really, really strong. You could even put like a rooftop deck on top of them. So once they start offering other configurations or floor plans, then I'm going to show you some pictures here shortly. You can put them together and then have bigger, like 2 units together, 3. So then I will move out of the casita and move into a bigger unit. And then if I have a lot of land, I want at least at a minimum 10 acres. I want more casitas, and then I will Airbnb them. So I kind of want to be by a good place for people who are interested in living in a place like that. Okay, let me see, where did I end up? Yeah, Jim, if you had enough time in it to save on rent and got a sell on out of it too, it could be cost effective. Yeah. Steve, some people spend more than that on travel trailers. I know. You're so right. In fifth wheels, I had a travel trailer that was in $39K and nowhere near as well built as a BOXABL. That is such a great point, because last night I was talking with my mom. I'm staying with my mom and her husband, and he said, let me ask you a question. Why not just a regular trailer or a motorhome? And they actually used to have a motorhome with slide outs. The slide outs always were breaking, having maintenance issues. Like the trailer itself the toilet was always flooding. Terrible. So they got rid of that. And I've heard that motorhomes catch on fire. They're known to catch on fire. They're not going to have the good insulation. So in 2015, when I moved back to Utah the first time from DC, I wanted to get a trailer and live out of it because I didn't want to pay somebody else's mortgage. And I looked at buying a trailer or a motorhome. I wanted something newer, at least. Then you got to have a vehicle to tow it if it's just a trailer. Then I went to a KOA just to see what their pricing was. The utilities a month were $350. That was like for the unlimited package. Everything is fine. Because these trailers, they don't retain the heat and the cool air and the maintenance on them. So Steve, absolutely right. They're not as well built as a BOXABL. Jim, I was on social housing list for 5 years and finally got a new apartment from the government for cheap rent, but missed that it's not my own place. Hey, Jim, that's wonderful that you have that at least though. But yeah, if you can work towards getting your own place, and I appreciate your donation. I hope that you wouldn't have done that now. So Empty Nest Quest says, finding land for that small square footage proves a little difficult. Building restrictions, you're exactly right. So you do have to look at getting all your permits. Like I said, California, they can now have backyard houses. But yeah, the land situation, absolutely, you are totally right. Because I learned that some places, some states, maybe cities, counties, I don't know, they even have a square footage restriction. So you might not even be able to put, if you could put a house, whatever house on it, it might not work because it's so small in square footage. Jim, yeah, Empty Nest, we have a big unused field near me, but can't supply utilities to it under planning. Steve, been 90 here in Phoenix this week. You're in Phoenix. I wish, because there's a guard base and an active duty base in Phoenix. I wish we would have been out of Phoenix. I would have preferred Phoenix. I cannot believe that. It's still that hot. So when I moved to Arizona, I moved there in October. Awful. So I missed like the summer heat, but then I got a taste of it this last summer. Jim, BOXABL might be okay the way you want it treated as a temporary structure for land. The less it resembles a home, the better. Jim, get near a nice stream. Yeah. So Utah is the second driest state in the nation. Can anybody tell me what the first is without looking? Okay, don't cheat. So tell me what the first driest state in the nation is. So at least in Utah, that's kind of hard to find water. I did find some land that was in, I think it's called Patagonia. I don't know. No, that's the city in Arizona, Rachel. It is, what is it? It's Parawan. It's right by Parawan. Anyway, it was in like a gully. There was a stream. But then I looked it up on Google Earth Studio. No, I didn't like it because I was going to drive by there. It's past central, like mid Utah. Okay, Doc, did you cheat? Because that is the correct answer. John, you're in Virginia? John, Alaska. Nope. Alaska's pretty wet. But, I don't know. You might have known that, Doc, so I'll give it to you. Yeah, so like eventually I would like to put a few BOXABLs, maybe. I'm sure, yeah, like Empty Nest Quest said, it'll be difficult to even find land that has approval for that. They're called accessory dwellings. Accessory dwellings are approved in California backyards. Lucky. So let me see if I can pull up the pictures now, since that was what was showing when I first started the stream. I'll show you guys the casita and then some other, yeah. Okay, so let me, hydrologist here, and many of my projects are in Nevada. Oh, hydrogeologist. Okay. What is a hydrogeologist? Oh my goodness. Yep. Nevada's the first driest state. And if you look at it on the Google map, there's like brown. It's just brown. I've met people who've come into Utah for work for training stuff. And they were like, I'm so shocked. It's so brown here. I guess people think it would be green because, you know, all the snow we get, but it's a desert. My Empty Nest Quest. Thanks for the review. I didn't realize these existed. Going to research on them some more. Have fun the rest of your stream. I'm signing off. Hey, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. John, I'm an expediting driver. I sleep in a different state every night on my way to Ohio now. So do you drive the big rigs? What was my thing that I first mentioned in this stream? Or maybe it was in my head. I wondered if there were truckers in the stream. Okay, let me open up the pictures here. I gotta add it because I deleted it because it's like wasn't working. So let me try to quickly do this. Oh, I closed it. I gotta open it back up. That's right. Just bear with me. I will do this as quickly as I can. See if I can open it up. Yay, there it is. Okay. Let me get it set up for the stream. I was gonna like hold the tablet up to the phone, but I thought, oh, let's be fancy and use one of these streaming services. And maybe I think I might just go back to the cell phone next week because I think the cell phone was a lot better. Okay. Is it showing right now? Can you guys see the BOXABL right now? on the screen. I don't get this. I don't get this OBS Studio. I need to really practice with this. Let me check the chat here. Okay, it's showing me that it's showing the screen. I'm going to turn off this studio mode because I don't like it. It's confusing me. Add window capture. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. No, it's showing. Okay. No, we're not going to do. Oh, I need to change it. Oh, geez. This is like troubleshooting, live troubleshooting. Okay. Is that showing? Okay. I am going to turn that off until I get this fixed. I'm going to move it. Put me back on top. Okay, there we go. Now I can, nope, I can't. I can't, I have to see it to adjust it. Okay. Oh, this is huge. Okay. Has anybody messed with streaming before on like a live streamer? Oh, this is crazy. Okay. All right, let me just, well, that should be fine. No, we gotta hide the bird couch, right? Okay. Let me hit OK on this. OK. OK. Let me make this a little bit smaller and then I will start. Oh, whatever. We're just going to leave it. Okay, guys, it's not going to be super pretty. I can't get it. It's just too much of a hassle. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, what are we seeing here? Yep. John, I got out of big rig trucking, too many laws. I drive a Dodge ProMaster 1500. I think you might need a bigger vehicle to move boxables, but hey, do you do any of those? I've seen shows, I think it's on Discovery Channel, that they compete for cargo moves, moving stuff. Do you ever get into that? MS Teams from the military. You know it, Davis. Yes, I love Teams. I love SharePoint. I'm very good at it. So I just never came across anybody who wanted my skills and appreciated them. So let's move on. So this is what the BOXABL looks like on a cargo flatbed. But actually, okay, that's nice. This is, well, that one's a bigger truck, but it's like an attachment on the truck there. Okay, let me go into the next one. Let me go into the box. Okay, so this is where they can stack, just showing that they can stack on top of each other. This is the layout of the casita. So you've got your fridge here, John. You've got the kitchen, which is a nice kitchen, like I said. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, it is the HVAC is a mini split. And I guess it's really efficient because how well built this is made. So the counter extends all the way. It's like a U shape because you've got your stove over here, and then it comes over here, and the cabinets are lighted and have glass, and then here's a little, table to sit at. The bathroom, so there's that window I was talking about, and so you can't move the mirror up. Why did they do that? Put the window over here and put it lengthwise. It's terrible. I hate that. The toilet, when you walk in, it's immediately to the right here. The counter space is actually really big, and they've got nice full extending pull-out drawers. The tub looks like a great size. I don't think it's a small tub or anything. And then it has a shower with it. And then this is that closet unit that I talked about, which is nice, but I would just get rid of it and do the closet from IKEA. Here's a bed, queen size bed. When I was talking about it, they have a window in this picture, but right here in the model, it was showing that it was just a wall. So you could almost, if you didn't want extra storage, you could get a king size bed. This is the combo washer dryer unit just outside of the bathroom. And if you guys are commenting, let me pull the chat window to the side so I can see it. Okay, Jim West, Ohio looks rural. Yeah, I would not want to live in Ohio. It costs $20 to drive across that state. That's a ripoff. John, I got, okay, where am I? Oh, Bad Habit Babbitt, welcome. Why not move just to your neighbor to the west? What? I don't even know what you mean. Watch out for the glowing rocks. Are you talking about Nevada? Babbitt, I don't know. Jim, yeah, it's like a studio. Exactly, it's like a studio. John, no, dispatched out of Dayton, Ohio. Keeps my stress to a minimum. That's a great layout. That could suit anyone. Absolutely, absolutely. I think you could get like a tiny little sectional couch in here. Okay, let me go to the next picture. So this is what the inside looks like. You can kind of see that cabinet right there with the lighting in it. It's very pretty. I mean, honestly, it's like a ton of cabinetry, in my opinion. And then, people could live in that. People live in vehicles, for crying out loud. So that's totally doable. But here you'll see in the ceiling, this is one of the panels that folds. They're all attached, but it's on a hinge and then it lays down. So that's what that is. But it's beautiful. This is, of course, a wide angle lens they're using. So keep in mind that's looking bigger than it really is in person. Here's an example of a different configuration. Once they start offering them, this is just a master bedroom and a nice big closet. And then the bathroom. The bathroom, though, has the washer dryer in it. It looks like a combo unit, and I don't like that because I think it only has a shower. I would prefer a tub, but it's huge. Could put a desk in there. It's really nice. Yeah, for living in a car, that'd be a palace. Absolutely, it's like a mansion. Yeah, it's great. I'm all for it. So one thing I forgot to mention is you can put a deposit, $100 deposit down to reserve one of these because they've had so much interest, and it's refundable at any time. So that's great. Here's a full kitchen. That's great. You could put like a little desk area and then a little sitting area as well, but that's huge. Look at all these windows. I mean, that's just beautiful to me. And here is a floor plan example of two boxes that are together so you can get these, connected. So I want to point out in this floor plan that when you walk in here, this is a wall, and then these are the doors to open up to each one. Because in the virtual picture, it's kind of weird looking. They've lowered the wall in between the bedrooms. So this wall in the virtual picture I'm going to open up, it's not extending all the way to the ceiling, but that would be extended to the ceiling. And then you've got like a Jack and Jill bathroom, 2 sinks, great. Not a ton of closet space. They could probably make one of these a little bit bigger and have a bigger closet. But look at that kitchen living room area. That's huge. Oh, I think it was like this bathroom. I think this is a similar bathroom that's in the master bedroom. So you've got your washer dryer right there. I think that's what that is. I would put, I would just put a double stacked unit in there. So here is one example. It's kind of small there. I have another one that's bigger, but this is just a master bedroom option with a kitchen. And then here's another bathroom. And then you've got a little sitting area there in that module. And then the next one, it's a little bigger and it's a different layout. So this is like the floor plan that was on the floor plan one. This is that 2-bedroom. So these would be full doors you'd walk into. And then this is that wall that they cut down that doesn't go all the way to the ceiling, but it would go all the way to the ceiling up here. And then that same kitchen setup that's in the casita, really. John says, long as you have enough room to eat banana pudding, I'm for it. Check my text messages. I don't see anything. Here is a 3-box setup. You got that full master bedroom. Okay, so I was wrong. Like, forget what I said about that washer dryer in the master bedroom. That they have this one. Yeah, it has a tub already. That's great. That's what we want. Who doesn't like a bath? There are some people. I don't understand it. Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, I was brain farting. And then here's that double room. So 3-bedroom and 3-bathroom. That's a ton of bathrooms. So your guests don't have to go into the bedrooms to use the bathroom. That's great. Here's a virtual visual of that layout. They just have it lined up like that so the doors connect to each other, you know. And then this is a great example of other applications that they could be used for. There are options for hospitals, but this is just something that they have. And I think it was John asked about the trucking. So here's a truck. What is that? I don't know. Oh, that's right, John. If it's a 10,000-pound box, what could pull that? Would it have to be a 2,500 or a 3,500, or could a 1,500 do it? If it's 12,000 pounds, does it have to go on a bigger vehicle? I'm curious to know what that is. If it's only 10,000 and then 12. I have a bath, but it's small. I need a fire brigade to get me out of it if I get in. That's pretty funny, Jim. That is pretty funny. As long as you have enough room to eat banana pudding, I'm for it. John, are you talking about my banana pudding taste test? What is that? Did I already read that? What do you mean by that, John? What are you trying to say? Because I loved some Patti LaBelle pudding. It was delicious. And Nilla cookies, they have a banana pudding in there in the yogurt section. That's really good. Nevada, yes. No, I am not going to Nevada. No. It's even drier than Utah. It's already dry enough here. I've had to stock up on lotion since being back. My skin is so dry. It's not pretty. And no, it's brown. It's too brown. It'd be Utah, Arizona, Colorado, maybe New Mexico. New Mexico is high country. Jim, making dilly burgers. Yes. So John had a great idea. I was telling my mom that people agreed with me on the dilly burgers. So we're going to have a dilly burger 2.0. And we're going to axe the olives. Olives are fine by themselves, but they don't belong anywhere else. And I'm sorry if you like them. But no, absolutely not. So I'm going to wrap things up here. I am just going to put a little disclaimer out. Maybe I should have mentioned that in the beginning. But my videos, upcoming videos, they're going to be kind of different because I'm a little bit locked down to staying in the area. So they're going to be things like my mom's not always the best at organizing. So there are some areas in her house that need organizing. And I like organizing, but I don't. So we're going to tackle those, and I think I'm going to make some videos out of them. And then today we did a review on a dog grooming table because my mom has owned dogs for 20 years, and she has pretty much groomed them herself, little Shih Tzus, and her current Shih Tzu, Bitsy, is difficult to groom. And so we're doing a review on a grooming table So there'll be different videos on my channel, but I will incorporate outdoorsy stuff because that's my main passion besides my nieces and nephews. So some people get a little bit irritated with my content, but this is not a niche channel, okay? Hey Trey, wow, thank you for coming. This is just at the tail end. I am going to be signing off shortly, but it's great to have you. Hopefully you'll watch some of the video. I talked about the BOXABL, a product that I love. And at this point, unless something else comes down or if my plans change, I am 100% going to buy one. And I don't necessarily have to find land first because I could just store it, maybe. I don't really want to. I'd rather have land to put it on and move into, and like, you know, it's great staying in my mom's. I mean, it really is great, but I would like to graduate to my next stage already. So I'm grateful to be here though. Yes, it is interesting to see new things. When they open their showroom in Vegas, I am going to go, like I said, I'm going to go do a video tour and check that out. So hopefully that's sometime soon. We will see. I thank everybody so much for being here, taking time out of your day to come and listen to me babble. It's great. I love getting to know you. I've always liked getting to know my viewers in the comments, and I like Trey. Okay, she admitted this. She said this about herself. She can be wordy. I as well can be wordy, and I feel like my viewers might be like, my goodness, she writes long responses. Get a life. But, you know, I like interacting with you guys, and this just steps it up so much more. So I love that. I will do another live stream in 2 weeks. I try for around, so far, it might change, but I try for around 5 o'clock. It was 6 o'clock tonight because I couldn't get my setup working. But so if you have notifications on, I'll post either a community in my community tab when the live stream is going to be, and hopefully a lot earlier than I did today. Or I will do one of the scheduled posts like I did. And thank you. That comes from Pop Fizz Paper. I always want to say Pop Fizz Sugar. That's Danny. She's got an interesting channel, but you could go check her out. Yeah, she had a live stream and she did that. And I'm like, duh, that is such a great idea. But I couldn't, that's why I posted the community tab, because I couldn't get my stream to work. But then I kind of got it to work, and here we are, okay, at the end. But thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Trey. Thank you, S. Davis. That's great to have you. I'm not really on Teams. I mean, I could get on there, but I really don't want to. But if you can find me, S. Davis, feel free to send me a message. I'm sure before I retire, I will get back on there. So look me up. John, okay, yes. In answer to my question, Jim can't tolerate the heat in most places. Yeah. I'm okay with kind of okay with southern Utah heat. It still can be a little hot. John says a 2500 could do it. A 3500 would be preferable. Patty LaBelle reaction made me laugh too. I had never had banana pudding until that year. And then I wasn't expecting that to be so good. Has anybody tried it? It's so good. And then my mom was like, I can make banana pudding. I've always made it. And I'm like, I've never tried. Don't even try. I've never tried banana pudding. Okay. I don't even know. Okay. Any final words? I'm not seeing any. How many people did we end with? My computer is lagging, so I'm not going to know at this moment, but I appreciate you once again for being here. And I will be posting the dog grooming video in the next couple days at least, and then some organization videos, and then some outdoor stuff. Oh, I'm going to do the review on my dash griddle. I love that thing. Cooking eggs. Oh my gosh. I'm going to do a whole day's worth of videos. Of cooking on that thing. It is awesome. It is awesome. Perfect Christmas gift and really reasonably priced. So you can expect those. Thank you, Doc, for coming so much and informing us on so many interesting things like nice. Thank you for that, helping me. Jim, you take care as well. And I will see you in my next live stream. Talk to you then. Bye.